Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Let me clear these notes that pop up. All right, let me just straighten this out. It's my hair. Good morning, happy Monday. I hope I'm the first person to wish you a happy Monday. It's 10:25 a.m. here. I know it's going to be a lot earlier on the West Coast, so it's a happy Monday. Today I want to do a video about non-alcohol related relaxation techniques. It sounds so scientific, doesn't it? So I posted a client quote that came from a session that I had, a one-on-one session. I posted this quote over the weekend, and either Friday or the weekend, and it was something that had arisen in their session with me, and it actually got a lot of private messages. So I wanted to do a special video about it. So let me just pull out exactly what the note said. So the post said, and it's posted on our page here, the client quote from last week, I need to find some non-alcohol related relaxation techniques. And then on the reel that I posted on Instagram and here on the Energize Executive Collective, it had pictures on it of ideas for non-alcohol related relaxation techniques. So this is huge. This is one of those life hacks that when you really have a good menu of non-alcohol related relaxation techniques, you're winning. You are so winning. You're winning with your health, you're winning with your emotional life, you're winning with your physiology, your nutrition, your spirituality. You're winning when you don't need alcohol to relax. I'm not saying you never have to drink alcohol. I'm just saying that in so many countries, you know, definitely in Bermuda, I'm going to put my phone down. Definitely in Bermuda and in so many countries around the world, dependence on alcohol for a method of stress relief is a well-paved road. We have in our modern culture this well-paved highway for stress wine, stress vodka, stress beer, and it's like a well-paved road. And unfortunately, when we have family that sort of relies on that, and we see that everywhere, and our culture is steeped in this sort of a thing, like, whew, work is done, it's Friday, let's go happy hour, right? Like as if the workday wasn't happy, which I get it. Some people have unhappy work days. I am blessed. I have really chosen to do my calling, create my career from it, and in general, to be honest, I've never really hated any of the work that I had. So in my entire life, it's never been like, oh, Friday's over. I've made very good choices in this area of my life, but not everyone has. And so there are people who have this well-paved road and highway to stress wine. It's just how it is. Men and women, young and old, it's everybody, okay? It's not everybody. I'm saying it can be everybody has this well-paved road to alcohol as a relaxation and stress reduction technique. Unfortunately, then you ask these people and they don't have any other way. They don't have another option. I see it all the time in one-on-one sessions. They're just like, well, what do you do for stress? It's just like, well, wine, you know, and it's cute and funny, you know, to a point. And then it's not really that funny anymore because actually it's a maladaptive, addictive behavior, okay? It becomes an addictive behavior, and it's maladaptive because it's not the best way for you as a human being with this physiology to adapt to the stress in your life, all right? So today, let's just switch it up. Let's switch the script. Whatever. Let's flip the script on that. Let me share with you that there is, first of all, there is an abundance. So there's a fueled perspective, and then there's a general mass people perspective. Mass people perspective is stress, wine. There you go, you know, solve the problem. Fueled is like, that is actually creating a new problem. It's maladaptive, and we're not interested in that kind of behavioral pattern, like emerging, not for any age, anybody, you know. So let's talk about the abundance of impactful and effective stress reduction and relaxation techniques that I highly recommend. This comes at a great time because last week I had such an acute stress event, and it was like, you know, the difference between chronic stress is this ongoing, almost like your bathtub is filling up every day you have more and more stress, and you're doing nothing to release the bath, like you're not doing anything to pull the drain and get rid of the stress in the bathtub. It's just constantly building up. So we have to, these very healthy and fueled techniques for stress and relaxation are great ways to pull the drain on chronic stress and get yourself to where your bathtub isn't so full. Perhaps it's totally empty. So that's where I am most of the time, and I'm telling you, it takes maintenance. It's not like you can just like, it's not like one of those things where you just shower once and you never have to shower again in your life, right? Like, it's a spring cleaning, it's a constant maintenance, and so we need these in our life. We need them in our life. Wine will only get you so far, and then it will just send you downwards, okay? So let me share with you fueled effective techniques for stress reduction and relaxation. Okay, first one, sports. Indoors, outdoors, group, individual sports. If you ski, if you run, if you swim in the ocean, if you play soccer, if you play volleyball, if you play tennis, sport is incredible. Sport is so great for getting great chemicals in your body, like all those feel-good chemicals, all those endorphins. Sport's amazing at that. Sport usually puts you outdoors. Golf takes you outdoors. So just like any kind of sport you can get into on a regular basis, and I don't care if you're part of a group or not part of a group, whatever floats your boat, sports. Can't say it again, sports. If it's at the gym, this is stress management and relaxation. Okay, it's huge. It helps keep that bathtub from filling up and overflowing with chronic stress. And if you have acute stress, I don't know if you're like me at all, if I have an acute stressor, I need to run. I need to literally get some shoes on, run and jump in the ocean. I need to remove the stress from the chemicals in my body. I feel them physically in my arms especially, and then I feel it in my throat and my gut. So I just need to run. I need to run in oxygen. I need endorphins. I just need to run. I've been like that since I was so young. Since I was a preteen, I've always needed to go and get it out, you know, on a treadmill, go and get it out outside, especially outside. That's generally been it, but I used to live in a very place where it was quite rainy. It's raining in Bermuda a lot too, so it's good to have that option. Sport. Spa. There's another one. Spa is the opposite, where you actually can just show up in, I don't like manicures or pedicures, but some people do. I like the full massage. Full body massage. I always ask for scalp massage at the end, because when somebody gets right in there, starts massaging my scalp, I always say 10 minutes at the end, scalp massage. Like, you know, shoulders are important, my calves are important, you know, all of the arms, and that is important, especially my right hand, where I'm a dominant right hand rider. I throw the ball for the dog with the right hand. I drive more, you know, my right arm generally needs a lot of massage right through here. Scalp is so, I mean, I hold stress in my face. We all do. So that's why scalp massage is like when you go and get your hair cut and then they massage your head while they're doing the shampoo and the conditioner and stuff. I'm just like, oh my goodness, right? Take my money. So yeah, so spa is fantastic. That is, and first of all, they usually have beautiful aromas. So there's like an aromatherapy. Aromas are therapeutic because things like lavender are known to trigger within us a relaxation effect, right? So spas usually incorporate the visual relaxation. They'll have dimmer lights, they'll have candles, they'll have beautiful warm lighting, they have gorgeous environments, you know, they have these baths and these pools and this sound of trickling water. Like the whole thing is, you know, pretty much all, you can point to all these things that are scientifically proven to reduce stress, reduce cortisol in the body. And FYI, if you wanted to find out how much cortisol is in your body, you go for saliva test. So that is found with the saliva test. Okay, so spa, right? Aromatherapy, touch, like all the massaging, the oils, the sounds, the music that they play, the spa sounds, everything is very relaxing and relaxation oriented, very stress reduction. Your world, I recommend leaving your phone locked in the locker or don't bring it at all. And definitely don't like ask them for the Wi-Fi password and get on your phone, right? Like actually take a break. So sports, spa, therapy. So therapy, I don't mean the therapy with a crappy therapist. So that's the wrong word, sorry. There are, just like I said in my other video, you're not comparing apples to apples. You can't just go to a therapist and expect to get great results, right? You have to sometimes interview therapists, get a feel for what it's like. I've been really lucky. I've gone through recommendations and referrals. So when I know there's someone that I highly, highly respect in a certain field, that would be the health field. So my first therapist, I asked my naturopathic doctor to make a recommendation. Her recommendation was top-notch. She was top-notch. The recommendation was top-notch. It was great. When that person was no longer my therapist, what I did was I went back to the same naturopath. I said, I would like another recommendation, right? It's been 10 years. I need somebody new. And so she recommended the same person again. That kept me from having to go. Here on Island, I went to see one therapist to go check it out, and I have to say it was a terrible, it wasn't terrible. It was really good to know what else is out there, right? Because when you're dealing with excellent and all of a sudden you get average. So, okay, so, and then I was just like, okay, I'm just going right back to my recommended source and I'm going to get a referral. So if you guys need a referral, I have referrals, but you need a good one. A good one means that you go into the session, you leave the session feeling like you went deep, like you were heard, like you were seen, like you feel good at the end, right? That's a good, you leave feeling like, oh, that was great. Can't wait for my next session. That's good, right? Sometimes you're dealing with some hard stuff and it'll be more like, oh, that was intense, but I know I'm moving forward. I'm actually moving forward where I was stuck before. So that's really important. Great. I'm taking a while. This is just, I'll move faster from here. So I have ocean dips. Ocean dips, if you're anywhere near an ocean or a lake, go in the morning, get in the water. It does great things for your chakras. Whether or not you believe in chakras or not, why not just go for it? Because it's a positive result, okay? I mean, it clears your chakras. Our chakras get stuck. We get stuck energy in the heart. Let's say you have your heart broken, like your pet dies, your heart is broken, right? And then the ocean, with all the natural, beautiful energy that it contains, it is just known to clear chakras. So it clears that, Over time, the effect is that you have a very good alignment. You don't have blocked stuff in your throat, like from lack of communication, blocked stuff. You don't have blockages. It just clears that. It's in nature only. A swimming pool doesn't do that, but that's why I say ocean dips. And if you're anywhere cold, it's even better. If you can like dig into the ice, get into the cold ocean, do sort of a Wim Hof thing, that is amazing. I'm so excited. I'm going to be in Canada soon. I'm going to be in Vancouver. It's not very cold, but it's colder than Bermuda, so I get the opportunity to have that incredibly, incredibly healing, cool water when I dip in. So there won't be like ice or anything, but I would love to do the ice baths. That is definitely like number 2 on my list of things I need to do in my life still. Okay, so reading books, like old school reading or reading audiobooks. Really great method of stress relief and relaxation. Sermons. If you have a spiritual practice, or if you're Christian in particular, I love Joel Osteen. You know what? Joel Osteen has a solution for everything. Everything. You look up his sermons online. I look them up on YouTube. I've actually created a playlist with at least 75 of the most that I go back to of his sermons, like the sermons that I go back to the most. And I mean, he covers everything. Anything you want to feel uplifted in, Joel Osteen's got it. He's Christian. If you're not Christian, but you're willing to explore, you know, a bit, the thing is, he's very accessible. He's accessible. Even if you don't believe in any of the Bible stories or anything, it's only in there just a little bit, and the rest of it's just powerful, uplifting, motivational, deep healing words. Yeah. So it's like therapy in 28 minutes. And you don't have to relive your stuff by talking, right? So I love it. I'll spend like 2.5 hours when I have acute stress in his sermons. That happened last week. I had acute stress. I played one, and then I played it again, and then I played a second one, and I played it again, and then I played one more. It's 2.5 hours spent. I would rather do that than carry stress for 2 months, 3 months, carry, you know, not hatred, resentment, carrying resentment, disliking someone. Can't believe that happened to me. Victim mindset. Oh my gosh. People, I see it all the time. They carry something for 1 year. I've got a neighbor carried something 1 year. I was like, boy, you need some techniques because your techniques stink, right? Like I didn't say that. That's nobody's business, right? But you know what? Processing faster is so important. The faster you process, I'm telling you, the faster you can process, and that means you put effort into it, okay? Yes, over time you'll forget, it'll take a year. But you know what? You can actually learn from an event. Let's say that event happened for you, and you never really realized why it happened for you. We need to be going deeper as a society. Why is this happening for me? Okay? Not only do good things happen for you, bad things happen for you. Right? So that's something that you get in a spiritual practice, is that realization that bad things happen for you. Okay. And what is it that you gain from that bad experience? You need to go deep, right? Somebody's got to guide you in this. So that's where I look to Joel Osteen. I have my pastor as well here in Bermuda, Pastor Ernest Peets. Amazing, amazing pastor. I've gone to a few different churches around the island just to check it out. Pastor Peets is unbeatable. He doesn't yell. He just talks calmly, just like Joel, very calm. You know what? You get a sense of perspective. You get this. Spirituality offers something that no other area of your life can potentially offer you, right? There are some motivational speakers who are secular that I believe that they get their stuff from spiritual anyways. And that feels more accessible perhaps, but I would explore into the spiritual aspect and go into sermons. Okay. So huge for stress relief. When you can untangle it here and here, it untangles, and then you're free. You're free of the shackles of resentment, dislike, can't believe that happened to me, victim mindset, all of that stuff that people carry, and it like just tears up your energy field, the shattered energy field, because you're a victim. This stuff happened to you. This stuff, the things people carry, right? Like, just process it. Process it. That's how you get relaxation without wine. You actually process it. And sometimes it's just that spiritual practice. It's that sermon. It's the therapy. It's going to the spa and treating yourself with love, with compassion, right? Like, that was stressful. I need to take care of me, right? We're not taught this or shown this, but I believe that the world is pivoting, and we're going to have leaders now that are going to show us, like myself, in your health, take care of yourself. Have compassion for you. Love this body. Know that this stress down this side, you need to bring yourself back into alignment. The more we bring ourselves back into alignment, the fewer maladaptive, addictive techniques we use for stress reduction. It's huge. Okay, next one. So we did sport, Reiki. If you haven't discovered energy medicine yet, boy, are you in for a treat. Reiki is my favorite. There are a couple other things. I like chakra balancing. I had incredible chakra balancing in Bali. It was just mind-blowing, okay? There was this guru. She came in. She had this beautiful markings on her face. She had all this gorgeous stuff. She did this beautiful chakra balancing. I felt so peaceful, so at ease. You can't get drugs that do this. Your body has everything you need to feel good. Okay, so this chakra balancing, I was like blown away. Reiki here on island costs about $110 per session. That's for 60 minutes. There are more powerful healers and less powerful healers, but you want to also just try that out. My recommendation would be on island Shambhala. So that's Chanel Vaughn. Also, My Serenity, that's Darren Higgins. So those two would be my recommendations for Reiki. And yeah, okay. You can also learn to Reiki yourself. Reiki is an energy medicine. I'm not going to go through the explanation. It's like going for a massage with the effects, except for that they don't fully touch you. It's not very hands-on. It's just the bringing of good energy into your energy field. That's what they do for 60 minutes. There's aromas, there's sound, there's the bringing of energy into your body. If you haven't done it before, you are missing out. I've been doing this 12 years, way before I came to Bermuda. So, okay, next one, music and dance. Music and dance. So, music is, you can have music as therapy. Don't just think of music as like the background for dinner or when you go out to party, right? Music in the home, you can find ambient music, you can use spa music, you can use Christmas music. I have a gentleman that I was working with, and he said to balance himself out, he loved Christmas music, you know? And like, super high-powered guy, right? But and just it brings a nice feeling, right? It's therapeutic. It warms the heart chakra, warms your heart center where you have Christmas music. So bring that music in, bring music into your life. It's a form of art. We have all these incredible artists all around the world. You can explore like from any country the music, you know, now on Spotify, or on, my favorite is the YouTube. When you get the premium plan, you get no ads, and it's just an incredible way to heal the body and just relieve stress. Is music therapy, you guys. I've been doing that for 25 years. Dancing too, I love to dance, so that's always great as well. Yoga, I haven't done Pilates yet, but I'm not too interested. Yoga, especially the Hatha in Yin style. Okay, some people like power yoga. Power yoga is like aerobics, where you're really moving, it's really fast. I don't find that, I find that to actually increase the stress in my life. So I'm already very movement oriented, so I need to slow down, to ground myself, to come back into alignment, to like really go, you know, kind of a thing. So yoga, Hatha style, or Yin style. So in my opinion, the best yoga teacher on island for this style is Chanel Vaughn, again from Shambhala. You can enjoy her classes Wednesday nights, 5:30 to 6:30 at Spirit House in Devonshire. Oh my gosh, Spirit House is so great. It is a beautiful garden, and you go down and there's a cottage there, and then it has vaulted ceilings, and it's just there's a fireplace, there's carpet, okay, so it's warm, it's inviting, it's wood, and it's just beautiful, right? So Spirit House offers Chanel's yoga on Wednesdays and Sunday mornings. Sunday morning is 10:30 to 11:30, so it's called Soul Yoga. There's a new Yin Yoga class I want to try on Thursday. That's with a girl named Eva, and she's also Polish, so you call her Eva, it's in English. Okay, so yoga. Definitely highly recommend it. I was like a very hardcore runner for most of my life, and I thought, why would I do yoga? It's so slow. Then you do yoga and you realize that yoga will just keep you alive for a really long time. It'll keep you running for a long time. Yoga has the ability to like really work with your joints, with your spine. You get the spinal alignment, everything's, it's like physiotherapy, but it's rooted in like 10,000-year-old traditions that was also, okay, I won't go into there. Also where Ayurveda came from, right? So these are these like Vedic scriptures that spoke about yoga and how good it is for our body, our mind, our soul. So it has all these benefits. Yoga has also been proven to be extremely effective at the recovery of post-traumatic stress disorder. So if you have any PTSD, which we can get from just an acute stress event, right? It doesn't have to be like a whole war situation. Yoga will help you recover from PTSD. It is that powerful. So, but you got to find the one that you like, right? So I would recommend the slower Hatha or the Yin Yoga styles. They're slower. They focus on the breath work. You get alignment of your spine. It's so relaxing. It's incredible. So I highly recommend it. And unless you want to lose weight and you want to have yoga as a weight loss technique, then that's probably not the one you want to go for. You want to go for more like the power yoga. Okay, so lifting weights. So lifting weights, oh, it feels so good. I love lifting weights, and a lot of men love lifting weights. A lot of women love lifting weights. It feels good. You get that you get that release of like something heavy. It just, you get any kind of stress that you have building up, you get to lift something so heavy and then you get to drop it. You know, so it feels really good. Boxing, my business partner is a boxer. So Teresa Bach, you know, so that's an incredible, great stress reliever, or any kind of, again, this goes back to physical activity, right? So, okay, comedy. Comedy is an incredible way to relieve stress. I have as a playlist on YouTube, when you have the premium account, then you can create your own playlists. Maybe you can do that on the free account, I don't know. So I have a playlist called Laugh. And it literally has like 3 minute to like 1 minute to like 10 minute, 20 minute short clips on YouTube that cover, that are funny, they're comedy, they're so great. I just love it. And it just gives me that sort of chance to, because you know, laughter is such good medicine. It gives you that chance to laugh, enjoy yourself, and you can relieve stress in a minute, relieve stress in 5 minutes. You get to change your state in that short amount of time. So it's just so effective, and I highly recommend it. So yeah, have a playlist called Laugh and use it, go back to it, go back to those funny skits, or, you know, whatever it is for you. Music, dance, sermons, therapy, spirituality, reading books. Reading books, we talked about that already actually. Spa, Reiki, we talked about that. Okay, so let me just go through everything that I think we've talked about. So that would be my list. So Reiki, and energy medicine in general. Sports, spa, ocean dips, tree bathing. That means go into nature, sit around some trees, walk around some trees, bathe in trees. There's aromas coming off of trees, there's energy coming from trees, there's all this stuff coming from trees. You are just going to be in a whole other space mentally, emotionally, and physically in your body when you treat yourself that well and you go tree bathing. Reading books, spirituality, sermons, therapy, music and dance, yoga, lifting weights. Oh, safe and satisfying sex, so that's another one as well. Touch, cuddling, sex, all of these incredible, beautiful, loving and physical ways that we can actually, you know, release great hormones in our bodies that help us to feel so good, and, you know, bliss out and go into a state of bliss, and also have that connection with somebody that we really care about. So safe and satisfying sex is a great way to relieve stress. Drawing, okay, drawing and coloring books. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but drawing is a great thing to do. Art, I'm terrible at it, so it's not my favorite, but a lot of people are great at it. So, okay, comedy. Great. So one of the things I do when I work with people one-on-one is we create a fun menu. A fun menu is a menu with fun things that will get you to change your emotional state by doing them, okay? So that if you start with, you know, I did this exercise in Fiji when I was there for this health conference back in 2016. And they asked us to really relive in our head a stressful event. Really get yourself in that space, like get yourself stressed out, you know? So we all went there. And then we went to jump on a trampoline, like each a rebounder. We each had our own rebounder there, and we could, you know, and then the music played and all these kind of things. We changed our physiology, our physical state. We listened to music that was really uplifting. It was really hard to stay sad, angry, resentful, mad, frustrated, and upset with the memory of what we had just thought about. It was nearly impossible. It was pretty much totally impossible. So that showed me we can change. We have the power to change our emotional states. And we've heard that so many times before. It's just when you actually do it, the aha moment, like, you know, the buck drops or whatever, like you get it. You're like, oh, this is what's meant by that. So simple, right? So you need a menu. We're not taught this growing up. I wish it was part of, you know, like curriculum from 13 years old onwards. Is that we need to create menus for ourselves. This is not an optional, this is mandatory. If your only way to relieve stress is wine, vodka, or whiskey, you're in trouble, guys, okay? You need a better solution. You need a list of solutions. You need a fun menu. You need a fun menu. What is your fun menu? Okay, I need 15 items. I want 15 items from each one of you who made it this far in the video. Because you know what, you made it this far, you're really willing to change your life and to get to a space where you aren't reliant on wine. If you want to drink wine one day, fine, you will. But it's not because you need to relieve your stress, it's because you love the flavor, you're at a vineyard, or you're at a celebration or something like that. But your stress reduction techniques are harmless. They're harmless. Wine is harmful. It's harmful. Enough wine will get you dead, okay? You can die from alcohol poisoning. I know that's a very, very far and extreme event, but that's the direction you're going with that. So we're looking at harmless solutions to stress. That's a fun menu. You need a fun menu. Comedy, do you have a playlist? Music, do you have a playlist? Like a fun playlist. You could put this playlist on, you could just like rock out to your playlist, you know, maybe it's something from high school that you really loved, right? Or whatever it is, you could just like really enjoy it. Reiki, do you have a practitioner? You know what? If not, you got to talk to Chanel, right? So, ocean dips, can you give it a try? Could you just put on a swimsuit and get yourself in the ocean, stay for 20 minutes and just, you know, try? What can you do? What is your fun menu? We need a fun menu, okay? And we need even kind of more serious, you know, like course correction, shift your state menu. That's therapy. So with a fun menu, what is important is that you have something for quick relief, okay, and long-term maintenance. So like a spa massage once a month or every 3 weeks. I've had a hairdresser. She would go for spa massage every 3 weeks. You know what? If she can do it, you can do it, you know? And yeah, so, and then on an annual basis, what do? Do you go to a yoga retreat in Bali? Do you treat yourself to a staycation in Bermuda that's device-free, no cell phone? What do you do to take care of your overflowing bathtub? How do you drain it on an annual basis? We need an annual thing. Do you go to a health conference? Do you do a staycation? Do you go camping in the woods where no one is around you? Do you go to a cabin? Do you go off to Vermont? Do you go to, you know, California, the redwoods? You know, what do? Do you go to Hawaii? You know, what do you do to relieve stress? Not just a vacation where you're going to pick up more stress, but this is particular. One girl who just attended yoga class on Sunday, she went to Iceland for a yoga retreat. I mean, come on. All the beautiful geography of Iceland plus yoga. She came back on Monday. She was ready to go to work. She just felt so good. We drain that bathtub that gets fuller and fuller and fuller. Sometimes people still have, trust me, in their 50s, people still have stuff from childhood that they haven't done. And then they had a marriage that was so stressful and nothing has been done to drain the stress from the bathtub, right? And so then usually you end up in a situation where your friends are trying to help you and people are trying, that's not their place. That's not the place of your girlfriend. That's not the place of your mother. It's not the place of your sister, your brother, your father. It's not anyone's place but your own to know that as a human, you need to drain the stress from the bathtub on an annual basis, on a daily basis, and a weekly basis, okay? So let me just tell you, and harmless solutions, okay? Not maladaptive addictive behaviors like alcohol, but harmless solutions. Yes, even you lawyers out there, no maladaptive addictive behaviors to relieve stress. There are better ways. And what really, you know, what I really see is we have a highway to these maladaptive addictive behaviors and stress reduction reliefs, highway to wine, and we've got a dirt road. We've got a dirt road to other techniques. We don't know that path. It's not well traveled. It's not a highway yet, right? So one other great thing to do is get around someone who's done it, like myself, who's doing it on a regular basis. You know, when you see someone who doesn't need wine to unwind, they can unwind without wine. What are they doing? Get curious. A lot of drinkers, they get the opposite of magnetic, repulsed. Drinkers get repulsed by someone who doesn't need alcohol. I see it all the time. It happens to me for the past 12 years. People get repulsed when you don't need alcohol to unwind. Instead of getting curious, people get higher level. Let's stop being these low value people and oh, someone thinks she's so great. It's really, you know, people have a lot of attitude with their wine, right? So get a higher value about it. Get curious about it. Like, what is she doing? What is she doing? Like, don't tell me her life is stress-free, right? Like, what's going on? Get curious. You see someone who's successful at something, get curious about it. Get close to them. You know, if you can, get coached by them. Some people don't offer coaching in this area. I do, but some people don't. You know, but you can learn from just observing. What are they doing? What's going on? How are they doing that? So get curious instead of getting repulsed. If you get repulsed, that's on you. Good luck with your maladaptive, addictive behaviors for stress reduction and all the things that come with it, like type 2 diabetes, very high chance of cancer, you know, heart issues, all kinds of stuff, the sexual problems, all of the domestic issues that happen when you rely on wine too much, all of your health starts to suffer, you know, go your own way, right? But I'm just saying there's a better way. Okay, so we're talking about, oh, and what I love about this, I wrote a lot of notes on this, recover like an athlete. We are going to get knocked down. That's a part of life. It's not that somebody just lives in some bubble and they don't get knocked down, right? So everyone gets knocked down. We all do. It's just some people have well-paved stress reduction techniques and relaxation techniques and keep myself happy techniques. All right, you need a menu like that. We need a menu like that in your life. So then you can recover like an athlete. Something hits you out of left field. You have no idea this was coming. It felt like betrayal. You felt like, how could you do this to me? Right? Like, it could be from a parent. That's what happened to me last week, right? So you just go, oh, punch in the gut. And what did I do? First, distance. Okay, first thing you want to do for me is, oh, I need space. I need space. Give me space. I need to recover right now. I'm just going to be reacting. If someone tries to get into this space right now, I'm going to react and I want to be responding. There's a difference between reaction and response. Okay, so distance, sermons. I spent 2.5 hours a day with Joel Osteen on sermons. Yoga. I went to yoga class twice. Swims in the ocean every day, that's a given. Nutritional food, definitely not wine, definitely not junk. I definitely didn't binge eat on chips and ice cream when something really hurt me. I went into nutrition, get my good food in. I want those, because food can help combat anxiety, depression, all kinds of stuff. You want to bring that goodness into your body, right? So nutritional food, no alcohol during that time. Therapy, I had my therapist. Once a month I see my therapist just for regular draining of the stress, right? So stuff accumulates every month. It's a little bit. In a year, it's a lot, right? So, okay, so therapist I had on Thursday was great timing. Got to really be seen, be heard, unpack, untangle, unravel. Felt so good after. I felt super resolved. Reiki I had on Saturday. I booked that. For Saturday, so the energy work, the good energy came into my body. That was really good. Also a bit of discussion happened there. Okay, yoga again on Sunday. Then I finally had sound sleep because I become an insomniac when I don't, when I'm processing too much stress. So yeah, not from thinking, but it's in my body. It's like in my body. It's like my chemicals are like staying awake chemicals, right? When I'm processing, it's not in my head. I'm like done thinking about it. Anyway, so that was it. That's what I did this week in particular to deal with acute stressful event. Distance sermons, yoga, swims in the ocean, nutritional food, no alcohol, therapy, Reiki, yoga on Sunday again, and sound sleep. And that's pretty much what I can think of. So recovering like an athlete. I feel good now. Monday, that happened on Tuesday of last week. Check it out. I've processed it. And whew, it was a lot to process. The kind of thing that would take somebody 6 months. I am done in 6 days. It's not even 7 days. I am finished processing an acute stressful event. Okay? I know from my experience of people that people will take 6 months with this. They will take 6 months processing this, and you carry it in you and you bother other people about it. Your friends don't care anymore. You know, like, it's not their place to, I mean, it's nice to have friends who will listen, but to be honest, it's better to just go to a professional because they're gonna have like the best advice, right? So if you got a good professional. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. I hope that this has opened your eyes and opened your mind and taught you how to recover like an athlete from any kind of stressor that happens in your life. Thinking about draining the bathtub on that chronic amount of stress that we have that accumulates, right? So you can really ensure that you're constantly draining instead of filling up, overflowing onto everybody, right? So yeah, no more maladaptive, stressful behaviors. Let's have great, above par health behaviors. So harmless solutions to stress, we listed a whole bunch of them. That was it for today. And these again should have the same effect on your emotions and on the body as wine. So you can unwind without wine. I promise you it's absolutely true. You'll also be doing so much better for your body without jamming yourself up with all the toxins. Again, I'm not saying never drink wine. I'm just saying think about if you have other available methods of reducing stress in your life. If you don't, get a fun menu. Listen to this a few times. There's a lot of nuggets in here, a lot of free good coaching. So I hope that you enjoy this. Listen to it as many times as you need. Leave your comments below or send me a private message. Great. I think I've covered it all. Thank you so much. Have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, hey, you made it to the end of this video. Well, I have a lot more that you are going to love, so be sure to click through the next video. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and smash that notification icon so you always know what's happening. This is Agatha for Fueled, and I will see you in the next video.